Now, having said that, I could keep going on, but I will pause here. I'd like to invite to the stage the chairman of the PPMA to officially kick off today's ceremony and welcome all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Zaka Rehman.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to ladies and gentlemen and our honorable guests who have come from abroad and from all over Pakistan to be part of this challenging period in this challenging conference and have some dialogue to see how we can determine the future of healthcare in Pakistan and also maybe for some least developing countries and developing countries, especially in the Muslim world. At this point in time, recently PPMA took a delegation with the government of Pakistan to Africa, and that was part of the Look Africa initiative, in which we are trying to increase our penetration in the African markets. As you know, the next 10 years are the global growth is mostly going to come from the African region, and their economies are growing at close to 10% per year, and there is a tremendous opportunity of healthcare products over there. In addition to that, if we see the Islamic world, for example, Pakistan we have the defense ministers conference going on in the next room, the SCO defense ministers. Similarly, Pakistan is the only atomic power in the Muslim world. If you compare that to Pharma, Pakistan has one of the strongest pharmaceutical industries in the Islamic world. And we have a large population. The Muslim population in the world is more than 1 billion people. And many countries, Islamic countries and many developing countries have a serious healthcare issues regarding the availability of pharmaceutical products. In Pakistan, 90% of the requirement of all pharmaceutical products is met locally. And if we see our history, after Pakistan got independence in 1947, we had no manufacturing in Pakistan. And most of our products were coming in the subcontinent from the Indian part. But India stopped trading operations, and there was extreme shortage of pharmaceutical products in Pakistan. That led to the growth of pharma industry in Pakistan. And it started in the late 40s and then grew. And in the Ayub Khan era in the 60s, Pakistan had a very export-oriented outlook on economic growth. And after so many years, after maybe about 40 years, again we have the same outlook today. So the analysis that the government of Pakistan has done, that what are the products that we can export globally, and in those products, pharmaceutical industry is on the top. So I think this conference is at a point in time where Pakistan is changing its direction. And the direction that we are changing and taking is that we are not only fulfilling the requirements of close to 20 crore Pakistanis, their healthcare requirements, but we are also trying to fulfill the requirements of people in the region. For example, Afghanistan. Majority of their products are coming from Pakistan, even in Sri Lanka, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand. In many African countries, our products are there. So now many companies in Pakistan, maybe about 20-25 of them, they are getting European Union approval, they are getting UK approval, they are getting WHO approval. So it's not the price, as we have seen yesterday. The price is related to quality, and the quality has to be according to the international standard. So many companies are breaking out of the pack, and they are getting international accreditation. They are getting approvals of SRA countries. So at this point in time, Pakistan has shifted its strategy, the economic strategy, and that is that we have to grow, have an export-led strategy. If you see Pharma, for example, We are close to $2.5 billion now. And if we can increase our exports from the current $300 million level to maybe about $2 billion in the next 3 to 4 years, so the growth in pharma would be exponential. So we would be close to maybe 20% growth in the next 5 years. So that is tremendous. We have not had this kind of growth in any sector in the history of Pakistan. Similarly, if we see the cost structure, for example, now there is a supply chain gap being created because of the coronavirus. So if you see the availability of raw materials in this region, so we are blessed because we have two neighbors, India and China, and they are the pharmacy of the world. So they are the biggest API manufacturer in the world, and we are fortunate to be their neighbors, and so availability of APIs is very good in this region, and because of our unique relationship with these neighbors, these raw materials are available to us. So Pakistan is strong in formulation, and that is where the money is, that is where the brand is. And I think at this point in time, we have to get more clarity and also predictability in our regulatory framework so that our domestic market can be stable, the prices can be stable, so people know how to go about taking their business decisions. And I see a very good future, and I see an export-led future for Pakistan and also for pharmaceutical industry. I would again like to welcome all of you, and we are very keenly hearing your opinions in the question and answer session, and also the presenters that are here from all over the world, and the regulators are also here. So we hope that after this conference we have more clarity and we have more predictability in our regulatory framework, and our strategy for the future will be clearer to all of us. Thank you very much.